Well, welcome back to another game of Precision Baseball. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and creator of this game. And we're going to continue our series. It's sort of an in-game or in-season series between Oakland and Seattle from 2003. This game was played on April 15th, and we are replaying it on November the 9th of 2024. So I haven't really been keeping up with who's winning the most games or anything like that, or what the season record is. Just going through and playing these games against one another, getting very familiar with the teams and even the backups and that type of thing. So that's kind of a cool thing to do. Like, just do, if you're looking for a small series or a small project, just take two divisional opponents and play them. Play out all their games for the season, especially if you go back to older seasons when the schedule was unbalanced. They played each other a ton of times, and so just play some home and homes with them all throughout the season and see how they do, and you'll get very familiar with some of the teams, at least a couple of the teams. So let's run through the starting lineups real quick. Mark Ellis is at second base for the visiting A's. Hatterberg gets a start at DH. He's hitting second. Miguel Tejada hitting third and playing short. Eric Chavez at third and hitting fourth. Arubiel Durazo is at first. He's hitting fifth. Jermaine Dye is the right fielder, hitting sixth. Terrence Long in left, hitting seventh. Chris Singleton in center, hitting eighth. And Mark Johnson gets a start at catcher. He's hitting ninth. On the bump is going to be Ted Lilly, the left-hander. I had an excellent year that year, at least against left-handed pitching. About a 3.50, 3.70 FIP, something like that. For the hometown Mariners, it's Ichiro Suzuki leading off and playing right. Randy Wynn is in left, and he's inning second. Brett Boone at second base, inning third. Edgar Martinez is the DH. He's hitting fourth. John Olerud is hitting fifth and playing first. Mike Cameron is a center fielder. He's hitting sixth. Carlos Guillen is at short. He's hitting seventh. Jeff Cirillo is the third baseman. He's hitting eighth. And Ben Davis is going to get the catching duties behind the plate. On the mound is going to be Ryan Franklin, one of their top pitchers that year, but about a 5.15 FIP. So not sure quite what to expect. Does better against righties than lefties. And we got a left-hander. I think Hatterberg is a switch hitter. Got a lefty here, lefty. Terrence Long is a left-hander, and Johnson, I believe, is a left-hander. So could be rough seas for Ryan Franklin. We'll see, as he doesn't do very well against left-handed batting. So let's get this one started. We're playing at Safeco Field. Let's see here, we get a rundown on our field. 15 is the wall in left, so very tall wall in left. No robbing home runs there. So if it's this one just over the left field wall, that's a home run. Otherwise, we're going to have an opportunity to rob some home runs if it goes just over the wall. And we are ready to go with this one. So Franklin finishes up his warm-up pitches. His stamina is a 27, which we know in this game is a little bit variable. But also, if you haven't checked out the tutorial series that I started, you can find that playlist here on the channel. Taking a little break from that this morning. I got some extended time. Normally I only have 30 minutes or so, so I'll just knock out as many of those as I can. But here on Saturday morning, got a little bit more time. Got my coffee, got the game ready to go. Ryan Franklin stands up, and he's ready to face off against Ellis, Hatterberg, and Tejada. So Ellis is going to be a 1-12. This comes off the pitcher. That's going to be a grounder against a right-handed batter. And that ground ball goes to second base. No problem at second base for Brett Boone, who makes a good throw to first. Olerud squeezes it, and that's out number one. So one down in the inning, and up stands Scott Hatterberg, left-handed player. He is DHing. He's a +6 against against right-handers. So that makes him a 1-15. It is a 15. And 0.74 though is still going to be a ground ball that goes to the pitcher, so hit right back to the pitcher and no problem on the plate. as Franklin makes a good throw to first. And that'll be out number 2. So 2 quick ones here in the top of the first inning. And in stands Miguel Tejada. This was in the heyday of Tejada's career. He is a 1/15 as well, so it comes off his card. 108 is still going to be another ground ball, as Ryan Franklin's average ground ball percentage, 37 against righties. But he gets a grounder here, and that goes to the shortstop. And the shortstop is Guillen. He makes a good strong throw to first, and that's going to be a 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Franklin. We're going to leave his stamina there for the 1-2-3 inning, and we go to the bottom of the first. No score in Seattle between Oakland and Seattle. On the mound is the left-hander Ted Lilly. Lilly, 19% K percentage, about a 7% walk percentage. Like I said, he's about a 350 FIP or so, if I had to guess. -3 on his hold, so it's going to be tough to run on him, but a 0 on the throwing arm for Mark Johnson. So you're going to have to beat a -3. So that's gonna bring quite a few of these guys down. Even Ichiro is going to be a 0. So their base stealing threats are going to be at 0 or -1. So it's going to be tough sledding as far as trying to run on them. But Ichiro's up against lefties. He is a +6, and that's going to make him a 1-13 to control this at bat. 318 for Suzuki against a lefty is going to be a fly ball, as he pokes this one out to left. And 298, that's going to be a catch in left field. So no problem out there for Terrence Long as he makes the play in left. Ichiro is down for out number 1. Suzuki with a couple hits scattered throughout this series, but he's been held in check for the most part. Randy Wynn, a +4 against lefties. +4 against lefties. Let's see, he is a 1-11 to control. No, is that right? A 1-10. He gets a 9, and a 9-15 is going to be some sort of hit, I think. 9-15 is going to be a single, and that's a line drive down the right field line. So let's check everything out here. Randy Wynn runs at a +4, so definitely an opportunity here to stretch it to 2. The right fielder is Jermaine Dye. He is a -3, so he's going to put the pressure on the fielder and try to go for second base. He is a -4 arm, and so it's a 31 to 100. He'll get him at second base, otherwise he is going to be in with a hustle double, and he's in there. So Randy Wynn rips one down the right field line, takes an extra base off of the outfielder, and he's going to wind up with a hustle double. 1-out double from Randy Wynn. Should be there. So Randy Wynn threatening at second base with Edgar Martinez to the plate. Martinez is going to control this at bat. 149 against the lefty is a ground ball, and that goes back to the pitcher, and the pitcher's going to glove it. Let's see what happens on the play. With a man at second base, 245. That's a 1-3 put out with the runner advancement. So the only play is to first, and that'll be out number 2, but the runner does advance on the fielder's choice. Sorry, that was Brett Boone, not Edgar Martinez. I just said the wrong name. This is Martinez to the plates. Martinez is going to control this at bat. 793 against a lefty is going to be a base hit, as Martinez comes through with a 2-out hit. Ground ball into right field. That's going to score the run from third. So RBI single for Edgar Martinez puts Seattle up 1-0, and he is going to hang out at first base. 2 outs, 1 in, 1 on for John Olerud. Olerud getting the start here. He's going to be a 1-8 for controls. So this comes off Lily's card. 841 though is going to be a hit, and that hit is going to be a single, a line drive to the right fielder. So a line drive to right. And let's see, I'm just going to check here. They're very cautious and he's very slow, so I can't imagine he's going to go first to third. So he's a hold, unless it's the right field line. So going to hold him up at second base. And the hit parade continues. 3 hits in the inning against Ted Lilly. Lilly actually had a pretty good year. He's a -3 against lefties and righties. This will come off of Lily's card. This is another hit, 879. And Mike Cameron gets into it. 822 though, that could be big damage. 822 is going to be a double. That's a blooper into left center field. It's picked up by the left fielder. So that's going to be Terrence Long who gets to the ball. This will score this run. So he was on with a single. He scored on a double. That pushes the runner to third. John Olerud is a -4. So first to home. Cautious, -4. That's going to be a hold. And we have a double, bloop double into left center field. And that'll be an RBI. So Mike Cameron floats one into left center field perfectly between the 2 outfielders. And he's going to wind up with 2 bags. And that's going to bring up Carlos Guillen. It's off Lily's card again. A 462 against a righty is a line drive. And that liner goes to left field and caught by the left fielder. So that's going to be out number 3 as Terrence Long squeezes that one for the out. But 2 runs do come across for Seattle. They take an early 2-0 lead in this game. Top of the second we go is Chavez, Durazo, and Jermaine Dye. This has come off the batter card, 122. That's going to be another ground ball. And that grounder goes to the third baseman. Good play at third. As Cirillo makes a strong throw to the first baseman. That'll be out number 1. Next up is Rubiel Durazo. Against righties, he hit 247. 370 on base, which is really good, and 788 OPS. An 8 is going to be he's a 1-18 for control, so definitely come off the hitter card. 731. That will be into his walk range, so Durazo, no surprise, takes a walk, and he'll be at first with 1 out. On a walk, you take off 1 for the batter and 1 for the walk, so it's like a -2. No way to deplete his stamina more than just walking people. Jermaine Dye to the plate. Dye, his first time up. Only 192 plate appearances against righties. Hit 146, so not a great opportunity here. A 14 is going to go control to the pitcher. 051 will be a ground ball. And that grounder goes to second base and picked up by the second baseman. Let's see what we got here. Potential for a double play. 681. 681 is here with a runner at first. That's going to be a 463 double play. No question mark. So they roll them up as we go Boone to Guillen to Olerud. 4 to 6 to 3. And that's going to be an ending double play. No 1, 2, 3 there, but we do have a double play. You get a minus or a +1 for a double play. So we'll leave them there. Bottom of the second we go. It'll be Cirillo, Davis, and then back to the top of the order with Ichiro Suzuki. So Ted Lilly, hoping to bounce back here. He gave up 2 runs in the first on 4 hits. He gets control of the at-bat here. 703 is going to be against a righty, it's a walk. So not a great start against the number 9 hitter. Davis, just a 222 hitter. Oh, I'm sorry, is a 281 hitter against lefties. He's a switch hitter, batting right-handed. So that's why he's in this game. Against lefties, he's a 0, and that makes him a 1 to 7 for control. He does control this at bat. A 913 is going to be a base hit. No, it's not. It's going to be a double. As he, as he bloops one down the left field line. That's going to be a 2-bagger, and we'll see what happens with our runner as he gets pushed to third. He's a -1, and -1 going first to home. They are cautious. No, first to home they're normal. First to home they're normal. -1 is here. Down the left field line. So that's going to be a hold. So it's going to be runners at second and third after that bloop double from Ben Davis. Brings up Ichiro with 2 on the pond and nobody out. Good scoring opportunity here. He is going to control this at bat. A 385 off the lefty is a fly ball. That fly ball goes to 920. Oh, terrible luck. That's going to be a pop-up to short. So he pops it up, frustrated with himself. Ichiro's frustration showing is like glancing down at the at the pad or something. Cool customer, Ichiro Suzuki. Brings up Randy Wynn, 1 out and 2 on. This will come off Lilly's card. 722 against a righty is a walk, and that's going to load the bases. So tough situation for Ted Lilly. Second inning, he's not looking great as far as being able to last very long. That brings up Brady Boone. This will come off Boone's card. A 334. 334 against a lefty is a fly ball. A 996. That's a pop-up to the pitcher, so a little dinker to the pitcher that he catches. And that's going to be 2 pop-ups in the inning for Ted Lilly as he catches this one himself. Not often does that happen, but it does happen sometimes. If he can get out of this situation right here, he would earn himself a +1. A strikeout will be a +2. He's facing Edgar Martinez, though. Martinez against lefties is a +5. And that makes 1 to 12 to control, so he does. 412 against a lefty is a line drive as he hits it hard to the center fielder. But the center fielder, Terrence Long, is there to make the, or not Long, who's out there? Chris Singleton comes in to make the catch on that low sinking liner. Great play in center field. And Seattle loads the bases, but they can't bring anybody home. So you can see here, one of our +1s is for no runs scored when the bases are loaded. So he'll stay there with his stamina. That's always a shot in the arm for the pitcher. And we head to the top of the third. 2-0 is our score, Seattle over Oakland. Oakland will send up Terrence Long, Chris Singleton, and Mark Johnson. We got this comes off the batter card, 951. Could be good stuff for Terrence Long. 951 is going to be a double for Terrence Long. as he hits a fly ball to the opposite field off the left field wall. He's going to cruise into second standing up. Let's see if there's any sort of error out there. Always forget to check for that, but no error. Second base, Terrence Long standing at second base, and Chris Singleton coming to the plate. Singleton, 260 against right-handed pitching. This comes off of the pitcher card. 527 against a lefty is a line drive. And that goes to right field. Caught in right. And let's see if there's any runner advancement on the play. 415, runner at second base. That's into the red, so there is no advancement there. And that's going to be out number 1. So Chris Singleton hits it hard, but he hits it right to Ichiro in right field. Brings up Mark Johnson. Mark Johnson, 080 was his batting average against right-handers. This comes off the pitcher, a 0.85 is going to be a ground ball. That goes to third base. Picked up by the third baseman, and we'll see what happens on the play. Got a runner at second. 768 is here. Runner at second. 5-3 put out. He looks the runner back. And the runner is going to hold at second base. So last chance here for the A's in the top of the third is Mark Ellis. They're down 2-0. Could use some big hits. From the top of the order, this comes off Ellis's card. A 650 against a righty is going to be a strikeout. So Ellis goes down swinging, and that's going to end the inning. First K of the day for Ryan Franklin. Franklin, only an 11% strikeout percentage. That is not his game. More of a contact pitcher. And we're going to head to the bottom of the third inning. Still 2-0. Seattle going to take their cracks at Ted Lilly again. It'll be Olerud, Mike Cameron, and Carlos Guillen against Ted Lilly. Lilly a +1, or Olerud a +1. Lilly against lefties is a -3. Tough customer. So a 1-8 for the batter to control. So it's off the pitcher. 359 against the lefty will be a fly ball. It's a pop up to third. Possible error on the play. 009. The third baseman is Chavez. He's a +7. And a 009 is going to be an error. 1-16 is the error range. And so Olerud pops one up into short left field. Going back on it is Javi. And he makes the error. A rare E5 for Chavez. Brings up Mike Cameron to the plate. You have to realize that's a 16 out of 1,000 chance for an error. That's a 9. What is that? 984. No, 9. Yeah, 984 percentage, I guess. So, Mike Cameron to the plate. Cameron against lefties is a +3. So even Steven on this roll, and that's going to go to Mike Cameron. 195 with a runner. Well, 195 comes off of Cameron against a lefty. That's a fly ball. 403. That'll be a fly ball to left, caught in left field. Let's see what happens if there's any runner advancement. .458 in left with a runner at first. Most likely that is nothing. It's a red. So runner holds at first base. And Mike Cameron is out on a can of corn to left. Brings up Carlos Guillen. Guillen lined out to left field his first at bat. He's going to get control here. 326 against the lefty. 326 is another fly ball. 212. That's a fly out to left, and everybody loves hitting it to Terrence Long. Excuse me, that's going to be a catch in left field. So back-to-back flyouts there. Let's see if there's any runner advancement. Possible 0.96. That's going to be my choice, and I'm going to say heck no to that. Olerud is a -4. Terrence Long out there is a -4, so that's all going to be on the base runner to try to move up. They already have the lead. There's no need to try to do anything crazy there. Jeff Cirillo, not one of his better years. Had some really good years with Milwaukee, though. Against Ted Lilly, he is going to be a 1-8 for control. This is a 9. And so 894 off of Lilly's card will be a hit. Let's see what kind of hit. A single. And that's going to be a line drive to right field. And let's see, first to third. Olerud runs at a -4. First to third, and they are aggressive, they're cautious. So -4, first to third to right field. That's going to be my choice, whether to make him go or not. Our right fielder is Jermaine Dye. It's hit right to the right fielder, but he's a -3. So that's going to be on Olerud to try to get to third. Not going to do that. So let's just leave him here and hope that Ben Davis can come up with another clutch hit. He had a double in his first at bat. 17 is going to go to the pitcher. 447 against a righty is a line drive. That liner is to first base. Possible error on the play. 0-1-3. The first baseman is who? Rubio Durazo is a -2. So no error on the play as Durazo makes the catch, and that'll be out number 3. L3 on the putout. And Seattle gets a couple on, but they can't get them around to score. And so we head to the top of the 4th inning. 2-0 is our score. So in the 4th, it'll be Hatteberg, Tejada, and Chavez, heart of the order for the Oakland A's. Not Hatteberg's best year. 253 average, only a 339 on base against righties, 730 OPS, a little less than average. Typical OPS is going to be, 750-ish. His slugging is a little light at 390. You hope for that 400 plus with the slugging. So this is going to be, what do we got here? We got an 11. So lefty against a righty. He's a 1-19 to control the at-bat. The batter is 226. It's going to be a grounder. And I'll go to third base, and no problem at third base for Jeff Cirillo, who makes a good throw across the diamond for out number 1. Franklin pitching well in this one. Brings up Miggy Tejada. Tejada, the shortstop, he grounded out to short in his first at bat. This one's going to come off of Ryan Franklin's card. A 933 though will be a hit off the pitcher card. 547 is going to be a single, and that's a line drive down the right field line. Tejada with decent enough speed. He's a +1. Right fielder Suzuki is a 15. And down by 2 runs, getting to the middle of the ball game, we're going to try to have him advance. So what we need to do is look at our base running chart here. So because Ichiro has the advantage here, we're going to look off of the base runner. So +1 is here, 101 to 840. Pretty good chance for him to get to second base. Let's see if he does. 645. That's right in the meaty middle, and he is going to be safe at second base as Tejada laces one down the line and decides to take 2 off of the right fielder Ichiro. So good aggressive base running. They are aggressive with everything, and so I don't feel too bad. Sort of following what their base coaches would do. They have decent enough speed all across the board, at least in terms of base running. They're not great stealers of the bases. Brings up Shabby. Shabby is 0 for 1. He grounded out to third. Probably should try to avoid that here. 17 is going to come off of Chavez's card, actually. 178. So that'll be a ground ball. The grounder goes to second base. It's probably going to push the runner over. 232. 232, possible error on the play. He's a +3, so no error on the play. So Boom makes the catch. He's got a runner at second base. Let's see what happens. 650. That's a 4-3 put out with a runner advance. And Eric Chavez pulls that one to the right side, gets the job done to get the guy to third base. And let's see if a Rubiel Durazo can knock him in. 2 outs and a runner at third. Oakland down by 1 or 2, and looking for a big hit here. This comes off Durazo's card. 242 is not going to be the hit they're looking for. That's a fly ball. That goes out to center field. Possible error on the play though. Center fielder is Mike Cameron with the 0. That is a 28 to 91. Oh, it's a 27. Ooh, as Cameron, it pops out of his glove and he was able to corral it. So that's going to be a fly out to center. And a little bit of a circus sketch out there for Mike Cameron, but he makes the catch for out number 3. And we head to the bottom of the 4th inning. 2-0 is our score. Ted Lilly settled down after that first inning. Let's see if he can continue to hold Seattle at bay. This comes off of his card. 732 against a lefty is going to be a walk as he walks Ichiro. Ichiro a +3 stealer. Johnson's 0 arm plus the -3 of Ted Lilly makes Ichiro a 0. We're going to go ahead and send him anyway. So let's see if we can scratch out a stolen base here. Pretty good odds that he's going to make it in. It'd help if I rolled all 3 dice. The right one. 700. He is going to be in there safely with the stolen base as he steals this one off of the catcher. Ichiro, quite a fast runner. He had 32 stolen base attempts against righties, 10 against lefties, so he did have some stolen base attempts against lefties. Brings up Randy Wynn to the plate. Wynn with a man in scoring position and nobody out. 13 is going to be a advantage to the pitcher. 641 against a righty is a strikeout, so big time for Ted Lilly. That was a big strikeout for out number 1. I'm going to leave him there. 2-0. Seattle looking to put more runs on the board. They got Brett Boone to the plate. Booney gets control of this at bat. 935. He's going to do that. That's going to be a double. as he hits off the wall in left field. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a line drive off the left field wall, and he puts a hole in the wall. That's going to score the runner from second, and Boone's going to go into second base standing up with an RBI double. Come and talk to Lily. Oh, mound visit will give him a +1. See if he can gut himself through this inning. He's got 1 out, 1 in, and 1 on, and this will come off Lily's card. 073. It's going to be a ground ball. Grounder to second, and 482. The play is made. Let's see what happens with the runner at second base. 412, probably nothing too crazy. 4-3 put out. The runner advances on the fielder's choice. So that's 4-3, and that's 2 outs, but the runner does move up 90 feet, and that will bring up John Olerud to the plate. Olerud is 1 for 2, reached on an error in the last inning, but he had a single in his first at bat. Against Ted Lilly, he is going to be a 1-8 for control. So 548 against the lefty is a strikeout. So Ted Lilly with 2 Ks in the inning, and he is going to get out of this one with just 1 run given up. But the Mariners do get 1 on the Brett Boone double to left. Brings in Ichiro, and they now lead 3-0. This game was played on April 15, 2003. And we head to the top of the 5th inning. Jermaine Dye, Terrence Long, and Chris Singleton in this one. So Jermaine Dye against righties, against this righty, is going to be a 1-8 for control. So 233 off Dye's card is a grounder. That's going to be a grounder to second base. Picked up by Brett Boone at second, and over to Olerud for out number 1. Olerud some terrific days both in Seattle and Toronto. Brings up Terrence Long. Terrence Long is a 1-17 for control. 935 comes off of Long's card. 935 is going to be a double. And he hits one deep to left field. It's going to come up just a little bit short as it bounces off the wall. And he is rolling into second base with another double. 2 doubles in the game for Terrence Long. And he is in scoring position with just 1 out. Let's see if the A's can put something together. Chris Singleton to the plate. He's going to get control of the at-bat. 400 against a righty is a line drive. That liner goes to center field. 642. That's a catch in center. Let's see what happens with our base runner. 607, probably nothing. 607, liner to center with a man at second base is red. So line out to Mike Cameron. Cameron makes the catch. Runner's going to hold at second base, and that will bring up Mark Johnson. Last chance for Oakland here in the top of the 5th. They're down by 3 runs now, 3-0. This will come off the pitcher. 514 against a lefty is a line drive. Another line drive to center. 777. He's going to make the catch. We don't have any 3 of a kind anything on the error roll. So Mike Cameron makes the catch for out number 3. A couple of line outs to him to end the inning, and the Oakland A's strand a runner at second base. They're down 3-0 and just can't seem to string enough hits together. They've got 1, 2, 3 hits against Ryan Franklin, who's been pitching well for somebody who has a 5.15 FIP. So we're waiting for the wheels to fall off on that one. But Oakland providing no resistance so far. We head to the bottom of the 5th inning. 3-0 is our score. Ted Lilly's still in the ball game. He's got a little bit of stamina left. Let's see if he can gut through 5 innings. We got a 6. So lefty to a righty is going to be Even Steven. So this is off Mike Cameron's card. Ooh, almost a 3 of a kind. 767. Off of a lefty. It's going to be a base knock for Mike Cameron, who hits a line drive into center field. Let's see if there's an error. No error on the play. So Cameron on with a solid single to center. He steals at a 0. Our battery is a -3, so that makes him a -1. I'm not inclined to steal really with anybody other than Ichiro unless we just absolutely had to try. Brings up Carlos Guillen. Guillen is 0 for 2. He's flied out and lined out to left. He's batting right-handed against Ted Lilly. He'll be a 1-8 to control the at-bat. He doesn't. 417 against a righty is a line drive. And that liner goes to left field. It's caught in left. So he keeps getting around on the pitch, but he's not able to get any elevation on it. We have a line drive to the left fielder, 355. Runner at first. No movement from the batter. I can't remember if I moved Lilly or not. I'll just assume that I did. Brings up Jeff Cirillo. Cirillo against lefties is a +1. So he's a 1-8 to control the at-bat. He doesn't. 035. That'll be a ground ball from Ted Lilly. That grounder goes to third base. Picked up by the third baseman, Chavez. And let's see what happens with the runner at first base. 432. That is going to be a 5-4 double play question mark. So we need to look at Chavy's double play rating, which is going to be here under arm. His double play rating is 0. So then we look at the double play chart. We look at 0, and it's going to be a 541 to 710. Oh, 719. He just beats it out. Whew. So Cirillo with his -1 speed burning down the line. And we're going to get a fielder's choice here. That'll be out number 2. And that'll be a 5-4 fielder's choice. So Cirillo standing at first base. The 9-hole hitter, Ben Davis, to the plate. He's 1 for 2 with a double. This is going to come off of... he's a right-hander, so 1-7. So this comes off Davis's card. 845 is a base hit. So a 2-out base hit. And that's going to be a ground ball into right center field past the second baseman. Picked up by the center fielder. That will be Chris Singleton. Ben Davis now with a couple of hits. Cirillo's a -1. We're looking at first to third, and they are cautious. So right center field is a hold. So we're going to have runners at first and second base. We're going to do a mound visit, so that brings them back up to 2, gives them a chance. I think the conversation went like this. We need 1 out. Get that 1 out. Don't make me go into the bullpen right now. Ichiro to the plate, though. One of the best hitters on the planet. He gets control of the at-bat, but he doesn't do much with it. 174 is going to be a ground ball. And that grounder goes to first base. Picked up by the first baseman. And we have runners at first and second. So let's see what happens at first base. 432. Runners at first and second. That's going to be a 3-6 put out. So ranging to his right is who? Arubiel Durazo has to range to his right. He makes the short throw to the shortstop. And that's going to be 3-6 put out for out number 3. Good job by Ted Lilly getting Ichiro to ground out. Ichiro now 0 for 3. Does have a walk and a stolen base. But that keeps the lead at 3-0. Go to the top of the 6th inning, get into the back half of the ball game, over halfway through now. And it will be the top of the order for Oakland. Let's see if they can muster some offense against Ryan Franklin. Franklin's been stellar in this one. Ellis against a righty. He's going to be a 1-12. So this comes off the pitcher. 609 against a righty is a line drive. Again, Franklin doesn't have a very big window for striking people out, only 11%. So a line drive to first base and caught by the first baseman Olerud. Nice play there. And that's going to be 1 out in the inning as we have Scott Hatteberg. Hattie over 2. A couple of ground outs in this one. He is going to control this at bat. A 0.54 is a grounder. Harmless bouncer to short. No problem for Guillen as he makes a good throw to first. That'll be out number 2. And Miggy Tejada to the plate. Again, on that, if you want to do 2 errors, you want to do 1 for the catch, 1 for the throw, you're more than free to do that if you want to. 5, because technically there are 2 opportunities. There's an opportunity for error on the catch, and there's an opportunity for error on the throw. The error rating of the player covers all of his errors and the runs that he adds to the team based off of his errors. Tejada to the plate. He is 1 for 2. He doubled in his last at bat. This will be off of Franklin, he'll be a 1-15 for control. So 443. It'll be a fly ball. Fly ball goes out to right field, and the catch is made in right. That's going to be Suzuki pulling that down for the 3rd out of the inning. So 1-2-3 inning for Ryan Franklin, who is quite Franklin-y, cruising in this one. Bad pun. All right, Ted Lilly. We need a new pitcher here, I think. Who is he facing? Yeah, middle of the order. Let's get a new pitcher in for the A's. All right, new pitcher for the A's is Steve Sparks, right-hander. His stamina is an 8. He replaces Ted Lilly. Lilly 5 innings, 8 hits, 3 runs, all earned. 3 walks, 2 strikeouts, and no hit by pitch or wild pitch. He's on the hook currently for the loss, as the A's have yet to score a run. And so Steve Sparks looking to shut down the middle of the Seattle Mariner offense. Randy Wynn, Brett Boone, and Edgar Martinez. So Sparks -1 against lefties, +1 against righties, so it's a little better against left-handed pitching. I don't know, he had about a 380, 390 FIP, and so had a pretty good year that season. He'll be facing off against Randy Wynn, who's a lefty, so 335, 13% K percentage against lefties. So coming in here to try to settle things down just a little bit. Randy Wynn is going to be a 1-12 for control, so he will control this at bat. 683 against a righty is a walk. So Randy Wynn on with the walk. He's a +4. We've changed the equation here because before we had Ted Lilly with a -3. on his hold. Now we have Steve Sparks with a +1, so that makes the a +1 here because Mark Johnson has 0 on his throwing, and that will actually add 1 to the base runner. So Randy Wynn goes from a 4 to a 5. Doesn't really affect him as far as his column is concerned, but he is going to take off here. He is a 101 to an 840 to be safe. It's in there. He's in there safely with no problems. And Randy Wynn steals second base. That's actually 2 there for the walk. So, not a good start for Steve Sparks. Hopefully he doesn't spark a fire. Brett Boone to the plate. He is a 1 to 17 to control. 009 to be a grounder. That grounder goes to shortstop and picked up by the shortstop Tejada. With a man at second base, 989 is going to be here. Man at second base, 6'5" on the putout. Oh my gosh. All right, so Tejada goes to Chavez, and he gets Randy Wynn, who gets a little bit too greedy. So 6'5" on the fielder's choice. 6'5" on the putout. And at first base will be Brett Boone. So that is batter hits the ball to short. Randy Wynn thinks he can make it to third, but he gets gunned down. At third base, they apply the tag and he's out, and that's a costly run, or a costly out, as they had a runner in scoring position. Never make the first or third out at third base, kids. The golden rule. So Edgar Martinez to the plate. Runner at first base. Double play gets Oakland out of this one. Edgar Martinez against righties is a +5. So against Sparks, he's going to be a 1 to 16 to control. 674. That smells like a walk, and it is. And so that's going to be a walk. That'll put runners at first and second. Steve Sparks having a tough time. Let's go do a mound visit for him. Whew. John Olerud to the plate. Olerud a 1 to 17 as well. 431 against a righty is a line drive. And that goes to left field. Potential error in left, 234. The left fielder is Terrence Long. He's a 0. There's no error on the play, so he's going to catch that in left field. Let's see what happens with the runners. That'll be out number 2. So we got runners, runner at second base, 870 to left field. We have first and second, so 870, that's a red. No advancement on the plate. And Steve Sparks will face off against Mike Cameron. Cameron 2 for 3, a single and a double in this one. He's a 1 to 13 to control, so he does. 032 though is a grounder, as he chops one to second base. Possible error on the play. 067. Ellis is a +1, so no error on the play. And let's see what happens. Runners at first and second, 409 to the second baseman. That's going to be a 4-6 put out as he flips it over to Tejada, covering second. And a lot of stuff going on here, but no runs given up. Steve Sparks survives the inning. And we head to the top of the 7th inning. 3-0 is our score. Seattle on top of Oakland in this matchup from April 15, 2003. This is being played with the 2003 Precision Baseball set. So if you want to go get that, go to clarkandaddisongaming.com, and it's right there at the top of the page. $12. You get over 1,900 player cards. Anybody that pitched at least against one batter, and any batter that got at least one plate appearance. Plus you get all these charts that you keep seeing, plus a bunch of other charts that you can't see. You get 31 ballpark sheets, cards, and a almost 60-page full color game guide. Easy to read, lots of big print, and just kind of goes into not only how to do everything, but some tips and some advice. Here's like why you would use this particular situation, and also kind of a little bit of behind the scenes of what I'm thinking. How did I get to this, and what am I thinking? Especially when you talk about the what's the thinking behind the adjustment roll between the kind of the confrontation roll between the two, the batter and the pitcher. So goes into that a little bit. You also get this handy dandy kind of cheat sheet, I guess, that you could keep right next to you just to make sure that you're rolling and doing everything, and checking out all of the different parts of how you steal bases. There's a whole part of the game, taking a lead and pick off attempts and stuff like that I'm not playing with right now, but you could play with and integrate pretty easily. So lots of good stuff there. Just things to remember. The game is complex but not complicated, and there's a difference between the two. All right, top of the 7th inning, Ryan Franklin looking great. He is 6 innings into this one, and he's only given up 3 hits, I believe. 3 hits. So let's see if that jinxed him, or maybe Oakland can just come to life. Eric Chavez to the plate. He's grounded out twice. He is not going to control this at bat. 228 will be off of Franklin's card. It's going to be a fly ball, and that goes out to left field. I'm sorry, to right field, and caught in right field by Ichiro. So Chavez completely shut down in this one. 0 for 3. Brings up a Rubiel Durazo. Durazo 0 for 1 with a walk. He is going to be a 1-18 for control, so he does get control of this at bat. 883 sounds like a good number. That'll be a base hit, and that's going to be a ground ball to right field as he bounces one through the right side. Single for Durazo. Let's see if there's an error in right. 220, possible error on the right fielder. That's Ichiro, no chance. So Ichiro picks it up, gets it back in. Brings up Jermaine Dye with a runner at first base. Dye is going to be a 1-8 for control, so sought the pitcher. 826 will be a base hit off of the pitcher's card. This could be trouble. 846. 846 is going to be a double, as that's a fly ball into left center field. That one just keeps carrying, and that's going to one-hop the wall and be picked up by the center fielder. So a 2-bagger. Let's see if there's an error out there. That would change the equation. No error on the play. And we need to check out our base running situation. So Rubiel Durazo runs at a +1. That's pretty good. They are aggressive, and we're going first to home. Aggressive, he's a +1, and that's hit to left center field. That's going to be totally my choice. The center fielder is Mike Cameron. Cameron is a 13 minus 2. That's a +11. So this is all going to be on Durazo. Let's go ahead and try to score them. They need some runs, and let's force them to make a perfect relay to the plate. He's a +1, so it's going to be 101 to 840. He'll be safe at the plate. Oh, and he's in there. As he crosses home plate, so he runs first to third on the double. That's going to be an RBI. Let's see if the runner moves up. Jermaine Dye, the trail runner, moves up on the throw. A -1. They're aggressive, and a throw to the plate is going to be my choice to advance. Let's go ahead and try to do that. The catcher's arm is a 0, so we have that opportunity, but Jermaine Dye is a -1. So let's go ahead and try to do it. We're going to push the envelope here. It's not a great opportunity here, 211 to 840, so about a 60% chance he gets the third. We'll see. 512, he's in there safely, right ahead of the throw. So he's going to advance on the fielder's choice. And just like that, Oakland is cooking. So a big RBI double from Jermaine Dye as he ripped one into the left center field gap. Coming around to score is Durazo ahead of the throw. Moving up on the throw to home is Jermaine Dye. And that's going to be a big play there. They got Terrence Long coming up, 2 for 2 with 2 doubles. We'll see if that's an aberration or is that Terrence Long's day. And 8 is going to be to Terrence Long himself. 560 is a line drive, and that goes to 490. It'll be a line drive into center field. Possible error on the play. The center fielder is Mike Cameron. He's a 0, and we have a 073. Oh, and he misplays it. That's going to be an E8. And that's going to lead directly to a run. So an unearned run, no RBI on the play. And it's now 3-2. Things are falling apart here for Seattle. We got 1 on and 1 out. Still hoping that Franklin can get a ground ball to get out of this one. Chris Singleton to the plate. He is going to be a 1-14 for control. A 9-15. That smells like trouble too. That's going to be a base hit. That'll be a line drive down the right field line. And we'll see. Terrence Long is a +1. Not a great stealer, but he runs pretty well. And we're going to go first to third for Oakland. They're aggressive. Down the right field line. That's going to be an auto advance. So he goes first to third on the single. And I think it's officially time to get Ryan Franklin out of the game. All right, so into the game is Rafael Soriano. He is technically the closer. I'm a big fan of finding what is the closing moment of the game, and I feel like this is the moment. 3-2 lead, this is a save opportunity. If he holds here, he's going to get a hold, which is a mini save. So he'll be facing off against Mark Johnson with 1 out and 2 on, runners at the corners, 2 already in, and it's a 3-2 ball game. And Soriano trying to protect the lead. He replaces Ryan Franklin, who goes 6 1/3. Gave up 6 hits, 2 runs so far. He's responsible for these 2. 1 walk, 1 strikeout. No hit by pitch or walks or wild pitches. And Soriano needs an out in the worst way right here. Strikeout would be great. He, against the left-hander, is going to be a 1-5. So this comes off Soriano. 604, he might get the strikeout. 604 against a lefty is a strikeout. Wow. Clutch. That is clutch. So Mark Johnson goes down with a K. Soriano, a 32% strikeout rate against lefties. About 33 overall. 34, sorry. So it brings up Mark Ellis to the plate. Excuse me. Ellis with 2 on and 2 out. Let's see, a base hit will tie the ball game. Soriano is going to be even Steven with Mark Ellis. So this comes off his card, 475. Oh my gosh, he blows it right by him. And he comes in angry, throwing gas, and he gets another strikeout. Wow. So Soriano comes in and closes the door on that inning. Might earn him a few batters here in the next inning as well. But that's going to shut down the Oakland A rally. But they do score 2. And we head to the bottom of the 7th inning. Need a new pitcher. Not going to leave Steve Sparks in there. So let's get a new pitcher for the A's. All right, new pitcher for the visiting Oakland A's is Jim Messier. Right-handed pitcher, +1 against lefties, 0 against righties. Perfectly average type of pitcher. Good against right-handers. 340 FIP in 21 2/3 innings against right-handed hitters. But he's going to be facing Carlos Guillen, lefty. Not as successful. 597 FIP against lefties. Let's see. Guillen is going to be a 1-14 for control, but this comes off Messier's card. 316 against the left-hander is going to be a fly ball. That goes to left field and caught in left field by Terrence Long. So that's going to be, can you believe it, 4 outs to the left fielder. Carlos Guillen and Terrence Long are cosmically bound to one another. So brings up Jeff Cirillo. Cirillo 1 for 2. Against a righty, they're perfectly 50-50. So this comes off Cirillo's card. 802 is a walk. 802 is going to be a walk. So second walk of the day for Jeff Cirillo, and that's going to bring up Ben Davis. Davis, the catcher, 1 for 3. Against righties, he's a -1. Messier against lefties is a +1, so they are even Steven. This comes off the batter card. 505 against a righty is a strikeout. Ben Davis goes down with the breaking pitch. And that's going to be out number 2. Big time pitch there from Jim Messier as it brings up Ichiro Suzuki. Suzuki 0 for 3. He had a walk and a stolen base back in the 4th. And he is going to get control of this at bat. A 719 against a righty. Oh, he gets plunked. So hit by a pitch. Came in and got him. Let's come out and give him a mound visit. And so we'll give him that +1. So he has a chance here against Randy Wynn. Wynn 1 for 2. He's got a couple of walks and a stolen base. This is going to come off of... this comes off Messier's card. 255 against a lefty is a fly ball. That's going to be popped up to the first baseman, and catching it at first base is going to be, who is that? Arubiel Durazo catches a little pop up on the infield. And that's going to shut down this inning with a whimper. As Randy Wynn pops out to the first baseman. A little bit of a frustrating moment there as they hang on to a Finished margins lead 3-2. And this will be, we're going to leave Soriano out there. He's faced 2 batters. His stamina is 5. He hasn't even moved because of the strikeouts. So let's see if he can rack up another inning here. Scott Hatteberg, Miguel Tejada, and Eric Chavez to the plate. So Hatteberg is going to be a 1-13 for control. So this comes off his card. 575 against a righty is a line drive. So he hits this one to center field. No problem in center field. For, who is that? Mike Cameron. Comes in and makes an excellent play. Cameron with a range of 13. Terrific center fielder. Really go out and get him. Really great at robbing home runs as well. If that should come up, he's ready. Miggy Tejada, he's 1 for 3 with a double. 17 is going to be off of Soriano's card. 355 against a righty is a line drive, another liner. This time it goes to left field, and in left field is Randy Wynn there to make the catch on a line drive. Hard hit ball, but he hit it right to him. And that's going to bring up Eric Chavez. Chavez 0 for 3. He flew out to right in his last at bat. 15 is going to come off of Soriano's card again. 108. That'll be a grounder. That's a ground ball hit to second base. Scooped up by the second baseman, Brady Boone. And a 1-2-3 inning for Soriano, who puts up a 0 in the 8th. And we go to the bottom of the 8th inning. 3-2 is our score. Seattle looking to pad their lead a little bit. Need to get a new pitcher for the A's. All right, coming into the game is Keith Folk. We're going to treat this like a save situation. 3-2 is our score. We need to keep it right there to have one more opportunity for Oakland in the top of the 9th. He's going to be facing the heart of the order, too. Boone, Martinez, and Olerud. And he'll be replacing Jim Basier, who goes an inning. No hits, no runs, 1 walk, 1 strikeout. He did plunk a batter, and that batter was Ichiro. And he had no wild pitches. So good relief. Good pitching here from Oakland, but excellent pitching on the Seattle side. So, Brett Boone to the plate. He's a righty. He's going to be a 1-14 for control, which he does. 749 against a right-hander is a single for Brett Boone. So he starts it off with a little blooper, a little Texas leaguer into center field, and that's going to be a base knock. Let's see if there's an error on the play. No error, 683. And Brett Boone is at first with nobody out. So Boone is a +2. The battery is a -1. So that's going to be 2 minus 1 is a 1. So that's going to turn him into a one. Do we want to steal second? I think we should. You got a pretty good chance of stealing second at that point. So he's going to take off. A 244 is here. Ooh, he's just in there. I missed that red spot there. But 244, he's just in there ahead of the throw, and he's going to steal second base. Puts a little pressure on the defense with that stolen base. He did have 14 stolen base attempts against right-handers. Keith Folk, pretty good at holding people, a -1, but not much arm behind the plate. Stole that one off the catcher. Brings up Edgar Martinez. Martinez, 1 for 3. He had a walk in his last at-bat. He's going to be a 1-13 for control. So this off Martinez's card. 662 against a righty is a walk. Surprise, surprise. Edgar Martinez taking a walk. I don't know how many he had that year, but it must have been a lot. His walk percentage against right-handers is 12%. His walk percentage against lefties, 23. Not making that number up, 23%. Youch. John Olerud to the plate. Olerud with 2 on and nobody out. He is 1 for 3, 1 for 4. Against right-handers, he's a 6. Folk is a -3, so that's going to make him a 1-13 for control. So it's off Folk's card. 226 is a fly ball against the lefty. That fly ball is a pop-up to second base, and that's going to be caught for the out. So tough one there for Olerud as he pops up to second base. That's going to be out number 1. One pitch can get him out of this one, but Cameron kind of a speedy guy. He is going to be even Steven with Keith Folk, so this comes off Folk's card. 733 against a righty is a strikeout. So big time pitch there from Keith Folk. Gets the call on the corner. And we'll leave him there with the strikeout. And that could get him through this inning. Let's see. Carlos Guillen to the plate. Guillen 0 for 4. What is he? He's a 1 to 11 for control. It is an 11. 860. That's going to be trouble. 860 is going to be a base hit. And that will be a blooper into right center field. That's picked up by the right fielder, who is Jermaine Dye. So that's going to be a base hit to right field. That's going to push everybody up. Let's see how the scoring goes. So Brett Boone a +2. They are cautious. So +2, and the ball is hit to right center field. So that's going to be on me. The right fielder is Jermaine Dye. He's a -3, so that's going to be all on him, and they're sending Boone. Big play at the plate here. Let's see if they can get the out or not. Jermaine Dye just a -4 arm. So 31 to 100, he gets him. Oh, almost. 12. Oh, gosh. That was close. So Jermaine Dye makes it close at the plate. Maybe Boone stumbled around the bag at third or something. But he's going to be safe on the base hit. That's an RBI. And a single. Let's see what happens here. Does Martinez go first to third? Probably not. He's super slow. So first to third, cautious, hit to right center field. That's going to be a hold. Oh, I'm sorry, that trail runners. Trail runners, cautious. Here is a hold. So RBI single into right center field. And we're going to come out and do a mound visit. That gives Keith Folk an opportunity here for Jeff Cirillo. Folk is allowed to run. It's now 4-2. He's got runners at first and second with only one out. Not exactly what I was hoping for when I brought the closer in. So, Cirillo is going to be a 1-8 to control the at-bat. He does. 203. Could be the ground ball that Folk is looking for. 203 is going to be a grounder. 509 is a ground ball to short and picked up by the shortstop. Let's see what happens on the play. Is there craziness, or will it just be the old double play? 800 with runners at first and second. That is going to be a 6-4-3 double play. Bing, bang, boom. So Oakland gets out of it as they go Tejada to Mark Ellis to Rubiel Durazo. 6-4-3. And that's going to end the 8th inning as they get exactly the play that they're looking for, but they do give up one. Seattle now leads this one 4-2. They get a little insurance run there. And let's go ahead and bring in a new pitcher. I had Julio Mateo slotted for a save. Yeah, better option than JJ Putz. So let's go with Julio Mateo. And Soriano goes 1 2/3. Excellent outing for Soriano as he came in here. He gives up no hits, no runs. We're going to cap this guy at 2. No walks and 2 Ks. He faced 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 batters. Excellent outing for Soriano. Did exactly what I was hoping he would do, and a little better than Keith Folk. So Julio Mateo into the game. Mateo, I would think normally the 7th, 8th inning setup man, but bringing him into close here. He's going to be facing off against a couple of lefties and a righty, so hopefully he'll make things happen for them. He's going to come in right here in the 9th inning. Closes things on Keith Folk. He goes 1 inning. 2 hits, 1 run, a walk, and a K. 2, 4, 6 batters. Okay. All right, 9th inning we are in. Julio Mateo coming in to face Durazo, Dye, and Long for the A's. Durazo, a left-handed hitter. He's going to be a 1-13 for control. He's got it. 595 against a righty is a strikeout. This Mateo comes in with a slide piece. Gets him. He chases it down and away, or down and in, and that's going to be out number 1. Brings up Jermaine Dye. This comes off Mateo. A 19 is going to be a grounder, and that ball goes to the shortstop. Possible error on the play, 0-33. The shortstop is Guillen. Guillen is a -2, and that is no error, and so that's going to be a good throw to first. And 2 down in the 9th. 1 out left for Seattle to secure a 4-2 lead. It's Terrence Long to the plate. Long against righties is pretty good. He's going to be a 1-12 for control. This comes off Long's card. 507 against a right-hander, though, is a line drive. That liner goes to left field, and it is caught by the left fielder, Randy Wynn, as he secures a 1-2-3 inning in the 9th, and that's going to be all she wrote for the Oakland A's as they go down in this one 3-2. They had some opportunities, great opportunity, golden opportunity here. 1 out with runners at the corners. Soriano comes in and strikes out the final 2 batters of the inning, and I'm just a real big proponent of you bring in the closer, you bring in your best closer, your best relief pitcher at the moment where you got to save the game, and that was where you saved the game. So you don't let it get away right there. You don't let it get to tied. You just bring in your guy, let him blow him away, and that's going to be it. So Mateo comes in for 1 inning. He's going to pick up the save. Soriano's going to get the hold. So that's not a save, but it is a hold. Franklin's going to get the win. And Ted Lilly's going to take a tough loss. That's not an easy one to take. 5 innings, 3 earned. So no hits, no runs, no walks, 1 K. Faced just 3 batters. And that is how this one rolls. It's a score of 4-2. We had 8-10 hits for the M's, and we had 6 hits for the A's. There were some errors in here. Let's see. So 1 error on the Mariners, and I believe 1 over here as well. 1. So 1 error for each club, and that's going to end this one. So we will close this one down. This is from the 2003 Precision Baseball set. Again, you can go to clarkandaddisongaming.com and pick that up. It's only $12, and you get all of the stuff that I've been talking about. Plus, you get the strategy plays here. You get the highlight plays, which we got close to a few times, but we didn't get into. So some rare and unusual plays in there. You get all of the base running charts. You get the managerial chart here, which shows manager tendencies if you want to try to run the team like the actual manager did. We have all of our extra bases information, which I just copied over here, so that's why I didn't pull that out during the game. You get this gameplay sequences chart that just kind of is a reminder of what to do for each of the different types of plays. Like I said, you get over 1,900 player cards. In the 2003 set, there was interleague plays, so even you even get American League pitcher batting cards. But all National League teams have everybody who got at least 1 plate appearance got a card as a batter. So even if your relievers got a plate appearance, they get a batting card. So that's the reason for the inflated number. You get all of your charts here. for the base running and the fielding. You're going to get 30 ballpark charts, cards, sheets, however you want to call it. And those are full color. They come with everything you need to decide on any ballpark plays. You also get this sort of simplified version. It's kind of a simplified version of the hits to the outfield, so you can do the more extensive version or just kind of a basic version of that. And also the game guide, which you can see here. So the game guide, I just like to keep it clipped so that I can unclip it. But you can see here, very extensive game guide, covers everything that you need. If you're more of a video-based learner, then you can check out the new playlist that I have on the channel. It's we're at about 12 videos now, so growing that and kind of walking you through everything that you would read in the game guide. You can see it on the video, including the full components list of everything in the game. And then it shows you how to kind of step by step how to do each of the different parts of the game. You see it happen here in real time, and you can see me doing the base running and all that kind of stuff. But you can actually just kind of slow it down and take it step by step. Most of the videos are anywhere from 5 to 10 minutes. So it's just walking you through each of the different things. It takes you through everything that's on the cards. Gives you a nice close-up view of the cards as well. If you like this video, consider subscribing. If you come back and watch these videos all the time at this channel, click subscribe, and YouTube will let you know whenever I've posted new content. If you like the video itself, you can just click on the thumbs up. That's a super easy way to support what I'm doing here. Also, buying a game is another easy way to support what we're doing. You can go to clarkandaddisongaming.com, and we have baseball, basketball, football games for sale, all tabletop sports, all cards and dice. And so you can pick up those games today. You get them immediately. I only sell PDF games for the most part. You can, I'll put a link to the Game Crafter site. I do have a couple of physical products now, 1980 and 1986 on-base baseball. You can get physical cards for, and I'm calling it the Pocket Edition. So you can go and pick those up. Those are super fun to play and very portable. It's like a deck of tarot size cards. And it has up to 36 players per team. And then basically you just take that off of the card, put it onto a score sheet. You put their ratings on the score sheet, and then you roll out a game of on-base baseball. And it also comes with the game engine chart cards, so you don't need a game engine chart. It actually has the cards for that. Or you can use any game engine chart from any decade. If you don't know about on-base baseball, you can go to clarkandaddisongaming.com, and you can click on shop everything, and then you can filter by game over at on the left side. When you do shop all the games, there's a big green button at the top. If you're on mobile, it's in the menu. It's a big green button that says shop all games. And then from there, you can filter out whatever games you want to see. If you want to know a lot more about on-base baseball, you can check out the playlist here. I've got dozens of videos that I've played over the years for on-base baseball, including some of the Pocket Editions. So you can see the unboxings and that kind of stuff that happen with the Pocket Edition. You can really get a good look at the cards as I walk through those as well. So whatever you want to find out about my games, the best place to start is this YouTube channel. You're already here. Just check things out. The second place to go is to the website. And the third place might be to the Facebook group if you're on Facebook groups. So go to the groups, look for Clark and Addison Gaming Company, and answer a few questions and agree to the group rules, and I'll let you into the group. It's a private group, so there's no spamming or weirdness in there. And it's just people who enjoy my games. They enjoy talking about them. They're sharing games that they're playing. One gamer is playing out the 86, I believe it's the 86 World Series now, or the playoffs. He had just finished the 1980 playoffs and done some write-ups about those. And so very cool to see gamers enjoying my games. People have said that over the years, how much they enjoy just playing the games and how easy, how good a flow they have, how much they're just fun to play, which is why we do all this, right? We do it because we want to take a break from life, have a little fun, reminisce, relive the old days, and see some of these players on our tabletop that we haven't seen for a while. We can go to YouTube and we can watch them play, but it's a little bit different when you get to control things and you get to kind of see how things are going to go with the game. All right, that'll be it for here. Mariners win 4-2 in a good one against the Oakland A's, and the next game of Precision Baseball will be the third game of this series, played on, I guess, April 16th. And well, I'm just going to keep playing them. You might get tired of the A's and the Mariners, but you get a chance to really get to know the players. And I think there's some value in being able to go deep into one or two teams as well. You'll get to see lots of different starters, lots of different relief pitchers. You got to see a couple of different players here, Mark Johnson, and you're getting to see Ben Davis play. So some interesting guys getting into the game. Hatteberg, I think that's his second start. So you get to see kind of how the team was built and how they were playing with the game. As we do later series, later in the year, you'll see how the team changed. If they made any acquisitions or trades or anything like that, you'll see new players come in, and that's kind of a fun way to do it as well, but in a shorter project. All right, I think that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.